Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm based here in Washington, D.C. Our clients are all over the United States. We work only on immigration. So if you have a humanitarian issue like a VAWA case, for example, we can help you with that. Some of our clients are victims of trafficking or victims of crime. We also help a number of businesses sponsor folks for green cards and also temporary visas like in H-1B, right? That's in H-1B is the most common visa type for professionals, for business professionals to come and work in the United States. And many people who are on H-1B also apply for and receive a green card as well through their employer. So if you're interested in having a work-based, employment-based green card in the US, this is a good time for you to start off with the H-1B process. I will be talking about several other case types here. All right, I'll be talking about several case types here. And if you're joining me for the first time, guys, say hello. I'm going to start off with my question of the day, but I want to let you know that I'm streaming here on Facebook, on YouTube, and TikTok. So that's Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm here to give you guys general information about immigration, and I will encourage you to set up a consultation with our firm. You can do that by going to our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or you can go to our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. We are streaming on multiple platforms, so I can't give you confidential advice. I don't know anything about your immigration history, right? But I'm going to try to give you information that hopefully is going to be helpful to you. And if you or someone else you know would like to talk specifically about their case, please call us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. We're in Washington, D.C., but we can help you with immigration no matter where you are located in the U.S. You could even be outside the U.S. We can still help you with immigration no matter where you are located. All right, guys, I'm going to start off with the question of the day. Think about what you might be interested in learning today. Put that into the chat. If you have friends or family that might be interested in joining us for this conversation, please make sure you share this post with them. And if you want to keep being informed about when I go live, make sure you follow us and like us on our social media platforms. Today, we are on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok. That's Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Our handle on everything is Agarwal Immigration. Okay, it's Agarwal Immigration on everything. All right, so what I want to talk about, and this is something that makes people so nervous. It's something called a request for evidence, right? It's a request for evidence. So what is a request for evidence, right? So a request for evidence is something that the government issues after you have submitted your application. If they need more evidence before they can make a decision, they will issue what's called a request for evidence. And you usually have over 2 months to respond. So you have almost 3 months, not fully 3 months, but almost 3 months to respond. If you haven't used an attorney for your request for your application, you may want to consider using one for your request for evidence, because this is sort of your last chance to provide everything that's needed for the government to approve your application. Okay? Call us if we can help you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also schedule a consultation on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or on our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. All right, so now let's talk about a request for evidence in a VAWA case, right? So let's talk about a request for evidence in a VAWA case. So remember, VAWA is a self-petition for many folks, but the most typical clientele that we have is someone who's married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. Their spouse will not sponsor their green card, right? And the marriage is abusive, and that includes emotional or verbal abuse, and it does not, in many cases, include any physical abuse. Okay, so a VAWA process is essentially a self-petition. So someone can self-sponsor their own green card application in most cases without the help of their spouse if they are in an abusive marriage to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. So when you file that petition, sometimes what happens is you get what's called a request for evidence. So a request for evidence is the government asking for more evidence in that application. So it's not specific to VAWA. It can happen with any application. But if you get a request for evidence, does it mean something bad? We get that question a lot. No, not necessarily. It's really an opportunity to provide additional evidence in your case. The most common types of requests for evidence for a VAWA are proof of a good faith marriage, right? They want to see that the marriage was real and not just for immigration purposes. They want to see that proof of extreme cruelty, which is the basis of the VAWA application. So we may do a supplemental declaration, or we may go through the current submitted evidence and talk about how it satisfies the regulations, right? And then sometimes proof of good moral character. So maybe they found some misinformation in a previous application, something maybe you didn't intend to fill out, and it's not consistent with what you have now. And so they think that maybe you weren't being truthful in the past, and they want to show proof of good moral character. So these are the types of requests for evidence. Our firm works very hard on these because we consider this as a real opportunity to bolster your case. Sometimes we get clients that already have an RFE because they worked with a different attorney or maybe filed the VAWA petition themselves. So they come to us after they get the RFE. So anyway, it does not mean something bad. To answer your question, it does not mean anything bad. It's an opportunity for you to submit the strong evidence that's required for your case. Okay? We have gotten multiple approvals almost soon after we submit the RFE response. So we're very thorough. If we have clients watching, we have many folks that have gotten approvals after the RFE response. Some of our clients hire us after they receive the RFE. So we review the full application before we submit the RFE response. Okay. I hope that's helpful to you guys. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm based in Washington, D.C. Our clients are all over the United States. Some of them are even outside the United States. We can help you with anything related to immigration. So feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. If you can't talk on the phone right now, you can go to our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or our website, agarwalimmigration.com, and you can schedule a consultation with us through those platforms as well. I look forward to meeting, many of you here. All right. That was my question of the day. Now let me kind of jump around to some of your questions to see if I can help you with a little bit of extra information. Whale says, is it normal to get scheduled for an interview in 2024? We submitted all of our bona fides. Yeah, it is normal. So some folks do get scheduled for a marriage-based green card interview. Yes, don't worry about it. If you have nothing to worry about, then there's nothing to be concerned about, right? If you are in a real marriage, if it's not just for immigration purposes, you don't have anything to worry about. Okay, especially if you submitted evidence and strong evidence, then you should be good. If you want to talk to us about it, we help people with preparing for interviews, and we also represent them at interviews, and we handle a lot of family-based green cards. So if you would like for us to walk you through any concerns that you might have, give us a call. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also schedule a consultation on our Facebook page or on our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. Okay. And if you know of others that are interested in immigration, that want to learn about immigration, share this post with them. And for you guys, make sure you like us and follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So feel free to like us, follow us, so you can be notified when I am on live. All right. Okay, let me kind of scroll through, guys. All right, so are there any activities or conditions that could result in a negative decision on my VAWA case, right? So is there anything that could prevent my case from being approved? Okay, so is there anything that could prevent your VAWA case from being approved? So number one, you want to be complete, truthful, and consistent with your application. So working with an attorney, especially one that is experienced with VAWA cases or any type of case that you're applying for in immigration, I would highly recommend this because this is your life, guys. This is your life. And most of the time, it's not just you, it's your spouse, it's your children. So if you are working to apply for a green card or for status in the United States, this is a big deal. It's your whole life. And it's not just your life, it's your family and your future generation. So you want to really make sure that you are submitting a complete and strong application. Okay. At minimum, have a consultation with an attorney and we can advise you and make sure you kind of have a good deal, a good idea of what's required for the thing that you're applying for. All right. Sometimes people come to us, they get an approval, they're all excited. Does this mean I have a green card? No, they don't. It doesn't mean that, because really the thing that they filed was the wrong thing, or they didn't file multiple things at the same time. And immigration is complicated. And it's very easy to be out of status, to become out of status or do kind of the wrong thing because it's not very intuitive. So if you have the luxury of using an attorney, please do so. If you don't, join forums like this so you can learn. You can learn about immigration and get a better idea. Okay. You can call us for a consultation, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also schedule a consultation on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or on our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. All right. Can I do VAWA if I'm in removal proceedings, right? Can I apply for VAWA if I am in removal proceedings? So if you're in removal proceedings, VAWA, and you qualify for VAWA, I would highly recommend that you take advantage of VAWA if you qualify. The USCIS, even if you're in removal proceedings, has to make a decision on the VAWA. So that's always submitted with USCIS. Okay, so you submit that petition, let's say it gets approved, and then you can ask for the judge to reopen or recalendar your hearing if you're in removal proceedings, or if you have a hearing coming up, we can potentially negotiate with the DHS, with the government attorneys, to terminate the case because you now have a VAWA approval, and then we can go through the green card process with USCIS, which is adjustment of status. Okay, just remember that USCIS can't make a decision on your adjustment of status application if you are in immigration court. So there's a little bit of complications surrounding that you want to make sure that you are careful so you can get that green card, right? Because you deserve it. If you are a victim of abuse in your marriage, your VAWA is approved, you're eligible usually for a green card. So we want to make sure that all of the things that need to be taken care of, the bureaucracy and the administrative stuff in court or in with USCIS gets handled. All right, call us if we can help you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name again is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney and I'm based here in Washington, D.C. We help clients all throughout the United States with their immigration applications. Hi, NM. Nice to see you. If you have a question, NM, go ahead and put it in there. All right. All right, let me see. Hi, Saeed. Pese Weiss says, if I change my current address to a new address, does it change my court too? So you can request. We don't actually do a lot of removal cases, so we would not be the best firm to contact about removal related questions. However, you can request a change of venue, right? You can request a change of venue that's more convenient, which means you can go to a different court. So I think you just file a motion that requests a change of venue, and usually they will agree, because obviously it's going to be easier for everyone if you are where you are located. Okay, but it does need to be done through a formal process. You can call us 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can schedule a consultation on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or on our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. All right. Naisha says, I'm here 30 years and I'm working and I am paying my taxes. How can I get a green card? So there may be humanitarian options, right? So if you entered legally and then you fell out of status, or you entered illegally, there may be some humanitarian options available for you. So that could be something like the T visa for victims of trafficking. If you've had a bad employment situation, right, you may qualify. It could be like a U visa, right, for victims of crime. So these are things that you want to explore, because if you're here 30 years, it could be that you might qualify for a humanitarian option. Call us if we can help you. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also schedule a consultation on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or on our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. And a reminder to share this post with others if you think that they might be interested in joining this conversation. And if you don't already follow us and like us, make sure you do that on our social media platforms. Right now, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We're also on Instagram, but I am not streaming live on Instagram at the moment. Thank you, Anakili Pandian. Thank you for following us. We have a question here about EB1 and EB2. So please, between EB1 and EB2, which one is most suitable for PhD students in STEM? So it depends. EB1 is a little bit of a higher standard, right? And you can self-sponsor. So if you don't have an employer sponsoring you for a green card, EB1 could be the better option. If you do EB2, you might qualify for something called a national interest waiver. You might want to consider that. That also does not require you to have an employer sponsor you. But otherwise, you may qualify for EB2. I mean, most likely you will, but you need an employer sponsor. And you have to be very, it's a long process. So there's PERM labor certification to show that there are no U.S. candidates available for the job. The employer has to show that they can pay the prevailing wage, and then comes your adjustment of status application. So you may have some options available to you. If you're looking at EB1, you may also consider the O visa. So call us if we can help. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also schedule a consultation on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or on our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. All right. Let me run through some of the other questions we have here. Anjani Harry says, good afternoon. Hi, how are you? I hope you're still on. All right. Can I request multiple entries on my advanced parole when I'm adjusting status through a U visa? So you can, yeah, of course you can request multiple entries. So sometimes we request single entry, but usually they always give us multiple entry. Okay. So don't worry about that. PK says, can I send an intent to sue letter to USCIS since my VAWA petition is pending for 38 months? You can, but intent to sue to USCIS isn't really going to do anything. You need to do a demand letter to the Assistant Attorney General. They're going to be the ones that can speed your case up. You probably want to use an attorney, because this is sort of what's packaged usually into what's called a mandamus case, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for here. An engagement that discusses mandamus. So basically, mandamus forces the government to make a decision in your case. So if you win mandamus, the government makes a decision in your case. So it's not always a good decision. So keep that in mind. It's just a decision. So you want to make sure you have a strong application, number one. 38 months, I want to tell you, is actually not that out of the realm of normal timeframes for VAWA. So one of the things I would tell you is reach out to USCIS if it's outside of normal processing times. The other couple of things you should try is talk to your state senator or your state congressperson and see if they can help get some information on your case. Okay. Maury says, can I ask you a question? Yeah, you can ask me a question. Go ahead. Is it safe to travel on advanced parole outside of the US? So that's a really good question. And we get that a lot from our VAWA clients. So if you have an application pending with the government and you have advanced parole, this is anything like other than a straightforward green card, for example. If a negative decision could be made while you are outside, you won't be allowed back in. So that's something you have to weigh, right? Is it an emergency? Do you have to leave the country? What is the benefit to you leaving the country, right? Just know that there are going to be some risks. And with those risks, you have to weigh the pros and cons of that. Okay. But if you have a valid advanced parole, technically you're able to travel. If you are on asylum, if you have filed an asylum application, I would definitely not go back to your country where you were seeking asylum. And also, if you're in removal proceedings, I would not travel on advanced parole. Call us if we can help. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. You can also schedule a consultation on our Facebook page, which is Agarwal Immigration, or on our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com. Okay. All right. I see. Oh, my dog is barking, guys. I'm going to have to let you go. But thank you for joining me today. And I will certainly be on again. Follow us and like us on our social media platforms. If you would like to be notified when I go live again, share this post with others. If I didn't answer your question, Rajan, I see that. Goodbye. Feel free to come back and put your question in. Again, I'm sorry if I missed it. There were a lot of comments and questions today, but follow us, like us. We post a lot of videos, but maybe we might answer your question in one of our videos, but also join me again and post again, okay? It was so nice to see you guys. It's warming up. I hope you go out and enjoy the day. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, everyone.